Hi guys, that's Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today I'm in with Fiona. We are going to do a rebalance on her nails, and we have been actually 1 week longer because normally we go for 4 weeks and that's 5 weeks. So I will just sanitize her hands and my hands, and then we can file away the products and take off the gems. So I'm just going to clip off the gems. They even lost the shape, like you have. They look like they have been filed.
I know.
But you didn't lose any gems, which is awesome.
Yeah, I know.
We have lost one nail, so I will show you also how we fix it as well. This is always the most difficult task.
Yeah.
If you cannot remove it with the clippers, you can always file away the gems, but I try to don't do it because obviously it's pretty damaging to the beads. And the last one. Cool, so I'm using the safety bead to remove the color, and we definitely need to shorten them. So for shortening, I will also file away some product from the free edge, just so it's quicker. Gosh, they're so long! Like, we really need to shorten them. Fiona is a client always on the go, so so I'm really pleased how they lasted for 5 weeks. We have only lost one nail, which is really great. And that was just yesterday, did you say? Yesterday, yeah. Fiona also works as a hairdresser as well, so they're not too bad. But I love using her as a model, like, because we always came up with a really nice ideas. So today we are going to go for some encapsulated glitter and kind of some wavy design, which is really fashion. But I didn't want it to do it just lines without of my kind of twist into it, so we will do some glitter and then some line work. And then the other hand. Again, tiny bit of lifting in the corner, so I need to file away. You can see it how I'm holding the client's nail as well, so it doesn't jump, so I can file kind of nice and secure. Pulling the nail folds down as well. And then the last nail. Okay, so that's all the color off from the nails. Now I'm just going to remove the dust and prep them for the rebalance. Before I'm starting, I like to use the dehydrator to don't massage any dirt or oils which might be on the nail plate. So I will basically show you how I'm prepping them for a rebalance on one hand, and then I can do the other hand on my own, and we will also apply the tip on this broken nail as well, just to match the other nails. Okay, so I'm starting reshaping the coffin shape because that's what we are going for. So one side, other side. Shorten the nails because they are far too long for Fiona.
Yep.
Okay, and when we're shortening the nails, they become thicker at the end, so we need to remove this excess of the product, especially if we want to go for a glitter encapsulation. I'm blending everything out, smooth it out, so there is no excess of the product at the free edge. Do the same. Isn't this too long? I think it will be okay, yeah? Again, thin out the free edge, otherwise you will overfile the glitter. Okay, so the next one in. That's already much better just by taking the sides. They really lose their shape. But that just shows you how much you have been using like the nails, so they file away from the shape. So what I'm concentrating on this stage is really to reshape the nails, remove the bulk of the product from the free edge, and blend any lifting. And then we will do cuticle work and apply the gel with the glitter encapsulation and the tip, of course, as well. Okay, I've got a wee lifting there and I'm trying to file it away. So don't file it down, because this way you will move the lifting and it will never disappear. You will kind of keep moving it. I always try to explain it. Imagine like you've got a piece of foil and there is air bubble, and if you press this piece of foil, the air bubble moves. And it's the same when you've got some lifting on the nails. If you pressing it the wrong direction, the air bubble is going to keep moving. Okay, and then I'm prepping the thumb. Not sore.
No.
The black dot in there is just like a broken vessel, so that indicates there was a bang on the nail as well, because the vessel broke. I didn't do the cuticle work yet. I will just do it on all of the nails in a minute. I usually do this stage after I apply the tips because I quite like to use the e-file for this part, and if I apply the tip and there is any place which I'm not able to reach with the file, like hand file, I can do it with the e-file. So for coffin shape we are going to use those tips, and they really nice it and pre-pinched. Thank you. Pre-pinched, so I will be able to get a really nice shape. That is far too big. This one will be good. Okay, and what I'm always doing, so I'm checking if it's fitting the size of the nail, and then taking away the corners. Okay, so I'm always cutting the corners, just because it's much easier to fit the tip in. Taking the glue, one side, other side, and then we can apply it on. Click, press it, hold it. So usually I would say about, I counted quickly to 20 like, and that would be probably 10-15 seconds. And then slowly release the tip. Okay, now I can do the cuticle work. I'm not going to cut the tip. If you cut it too soon, the glue didn't have a chance to set yet. So we are just going to push back the cuticles. So we just push back the cuticles. And then do the e-file work. So I'm just going to use the spike bit. One side. Put it back into the reverse, and then do the other side. Fiona has pretty good cuticles, like not too bad. I'm just removing really the biggest raggy parts. And I don't want to overdo it because we still got to do the filing. So sometimes when we're buffing a little bit on the cuticles as well. And I find that this way it works just best for me. Okay, I'm removing the dust, and now I need to check for any shiny places and give it a couple more scratches. So I'm using the file and I'm going very close, like kind of pushing back the cuticles again. And this way the nails are absolutely perfectly prepped for a really long-lasting application. Okay, you can see it here. There is still a little bit of the lifting, and sometimes when we file quite a lot, we keep moving the product and the natural nail, and that's when the lifting gets bigger, and you cannot leave it. Like if you do leave it, the water can get trapped in there, and also the product is much weaker. So I'm always checking it if after the filing maybe there was a place which is lifting again. Check the thickness, and now I'm happy. I can also cut the tip, and we can also shape the tip as well. So I'm just going into the desired length. Yeah, and then we are going to shape it into the coffin shape as well. So a nice V shape. Okay, and it already looks pretty nice. Straighten it up. Then file all over, just to give it a couple scratches. Blend the tip. So I'm always trying to catch 1 millimeter below the line for the best blending. Because this way you don't file as much over the natural nail. Then do the prep on the natural nail. Remove the dust. Okay, and this hand is ready for a gel application, so I'm just going to quickly do exactly the same on the other hand and then come back to you so we can move into the design. Okay, so that's them all ready. I'm going to use some extra nail prep on top of the natural nail only. And then universal air bond. Just so we've got a nice adhesion of the product to the natural nail. And now we can use the light rose, light rose fiber gel. I got it to actually write down on the end. So nice and thin layer first. Mainly on top of the natural nail. Then on this one we need to build up a light structure. Not too thick at the free edge because we want to encapsulate some glitter in there. Inside. Same on this one. Perfect, change. Okay, now I can encapsulate the glitter. We are going to use those magic glitter with different particles in there and then do some design over it. So nice and thin layer again. Tiny apex. Again, tiny apex. And the next one. I'm trying to don't apply much of the product at the free edge, because if you've got too much in there, it will make you overfile the glitter. So really nice and thin layer at the free edge, just so we've got enough kind of sticky particles to be able to apply the gel, the glitter. Okay, so now I'm just going to use my glitter brush, and maybe let's go this nail full. Then here, only at the side. And then here at the side as well. I'm using the sponge just to flatten the glitter. And then do the ombre kind of style. And a wee ombre kind of style. Change. Can I swap them so they are not exactly the same on both hands?
Yeah.
I mean, they will be still the same style, but not the same.
Fine.
Okay, so again, I apply just a nice and thin layer. The tiniest apex. And now the glitter. So this time I'm going side and here. Side and here. Full. It's just I want them to be slightly different. I think it's pretty interesting. And then just an ombre style. Using the sponge, dab it in. And I'm not worried about the gel running because we've got such a small amount of the product, like that I don't have to worry about it. We are going to build up the structure with the clear gel when we encapsulate the glitter. Perfect, inside. Okay, now it's the time for encapsulation, and for encapsulating I like to use the Crystal 1 gel. And I've got like a pot which is just for a glitter application, so the glitter doesn't go all over the other pots. I'm just cleaning my brush and picking up Crystal 1. So this gel is very runny, I really like it for like glitter encapsulation, but at the same time I'm not doing more than maybe 1-2 nails at the time, just because of its consistency. Okay, so clean up my brush, and now I'm picking up the scoop because I need to build up the structure into this nail. So I'm building up the structure, and at the same time I'm applying plenty at the free edge. Perfect, change. Okay, same on this one. So nice and thin layer. So you remove any loose bits and pieces really of the glitter. And then the structure. Don't go too close to the sides with this gel, because of its consistency is going to really run. Change. Okay, same on this one. Okay, and you can see it how it is self-leveling. Change. Okay, and then the next one. Apex. So on this one I'm needing a little bit more. Change. Full coverage. Scoop of the product. Apex more to the middle. Because by the time you finish it might run to the sides. I will also file those nails a little bit from underneath as well, just to kind of straighten the look. Change. And probably next time we'll just do a fresh set as well, because the natural nails underneath are really grown out now. Yeah, you will be happy with a nice fresh set next time, yeah?
Yeah.
Change. And the apex again. Another scoop. Again, I will have to file this nail from underneath. Change. Okay, then the pinky. So we've just got the thumbs to do then. Hi. We sunbed?
No, Iris.
Okay.
Just when I'm in a position.
Yeah. You can have a wee sit. I will wait you 2 seconds. Change. And then the
Do
thumb.
you think I could get sunbed before I got my eyebrows done?
Of course you could. Okay, and then I'm just picking up another scoop of the product to build up the apex on this one. Right in the middle. Drag it down one side, other side, one side, other side. And you can see it, guys, like the difference on working on a fresh set and on the infill where we've got like everything nicely shape change compared to the infill nails. The structure is completely different. So nice and thin layer, another scoop, and then one side, other side, one side, other side, drag it down, clear it off, and then we can cook them, and then I come back to you. Okay, so the first hand is ready. We can just reshape it, and I will show you on this hand how I'm shaping it, and then we can move on into the design. So first of all, side walls, like we want them to be really nice coffin shape. So one side, other side. And you can see my filing line, how I'm filing it, but also at the same time, because the natural nails underneath are quite long, I also file it a little bit from underneath to kind of straighten the look of it so they don't go too much down. Blend everything around the cuticle area. And smooth the free edge. Next one, just exactly the same. Okay, free edge. We also have to blend everything around the cuticle area, so just blending really nice around the cuticle area and then all over. Okay, and now from the top. And the next nail. So for coffin shape, look also guys how I'm bringing up those side walls, like I don't want the bulk of the product in there. That's changing quite a lot when it comes to the shape. And then again, blending everything around the cuticle area. Smoothing it out. Lift it up a little bit. And the next one. You could also use the e-file for shaping. I don't know, I'm so kind of used to, sometimes I use the e-file for shaping, but I'm so used to hand filing, like, and I've got kind of my technique it's really not a big time difference for me. And the thumb, which is going to be the easiest from all of the nails because the thumb is a fresh nail. I find that actually sculpting a fresh set or doing a fresh set is definitely much easier than the infills, and I believe most of you find it the same as well, because with the infill we've got every single nail different situation going on it, and we need to make sure they all kind of looking same at the end. So definitely doing a fresh set is much easier. Second infill is very easy as well, like first and second infill, and then if the lady is having her nails for a longer time, it's quite nice to give them a fresh set, maybe every 3 to 4 appointments. So that's what we are going to do it with Fiona next time. She will have just a nice fresh set. So I'm just buffing now. Like, make sure you blend it everything nicely. If it's necessary, I might touch it up again with the file. But I rather do it this routine than overfile it. Because sometimes if we're working too long with the file, we tend to overfile, and there is no need of it because the buffer is going to smooth it everything and make the nails look really nice and pretty. Okay, so that's the next nail buffed. Again, I need some file to blend it more. Swap to buffer. Wow, sorry. And the next nail. And after that we can just do the cuticle work and do the design. But also I will quickly file the other hand. Again. See, I cannot imagine my life without a buffer, like such a great tool for shaping the nails. And the thumbnail. Great. So I'm just going to clean the dust and do a bit of the cuticle work. I'm actually excited for the design part because I think it will look pretty cool on those nails. I don't have much of the work to be done with the nippers, really. Because Fiona got pretty good cuticles, like especially now when she comes in for a regular appointments, because after the lockdown they have been bad. The first appointment, like they have been bad, but now they are really nice and pretty again. Okay. That's great. So I'm just cleaning them and do exactly the same stuff on the other hand. So once we clean, the glitter pops up as well, like on the nails, and we'll be able to paint those beautiful design. So I'm just going to prepare my sponge for some white parts as well, and I've got a form. This part we will use to place our color, and then this part to clean the sponge. So I'm just cutting a sponge. Paint on French gel. And now we are going to do the design. So I'm just applying a little bit of the paint on French gel and going to blend it just so it's not as strong. It's not like a baby boomer, but it's just a wee blend. And then more pigmented at the free edge. Blend it. Same on the snail. blend it inside. Here and here. Perfect, change. Okay, I'm just going around 2. Change. Change. And the last one. The last one I don't want to blend as much, only at the line, so the free edge is more pigmented. Change. I've got a wee hole in here from the glitter, so I'm just adding a little bit of paint on French gel to hide it. Perfect, change. And then we are going to use the D-liner brush for some nail art. So I'm just cleaning my brush a little bit and we'll be painting some wavy lines. So I placed the paint on French gel into the piece of foil which I've got in here, because when we're painting the lines you want to really have your brush like kind of roll it nice and straight. So very little product. And nice wavy line. Okay, same on this nail. Then using a 192 shooting star, we are going to do more glittery lines. So I just place the gel polish in there. And just paint some glitter line. when painting with the glitter, you have to distribute the glitter pretty nice and evenly because it has some particles in it of the glitter. So it's more difficult to paint it. That's why I usually do it quite slow and make sure they are kind of pretty even distributed. Change. Wavy line. And the glitter. You can also cure those white lines first and then paint the glitter line. Will be definitely easier, and if you do the mistake, at least you've got one part done. I'm just moving the glitter into the right place. And Fiona's finger jumps out. So I need to touch up my white line. And sit. Okay, we are going to paint more lines. And this one I'm not happy about it. So I'm just pulling it down and paint a fresh one. And the reason behind it is the air bubble, which I have it. So I have to hide it. Change. Change again. Okay, now the glitter. Change. And the pinky. Perfect. Change. Okay, I also want to put a couple of blink, not over the top, just a little bit of blink. Touch up the lines. And the crystals. For crystals, I'm going to use the base gel and some old brush. Crystals, what crystals we want? Baby, 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 baby. Okay, this one's. And this one's. When placing the crystals, I kind of build up the structure just so the crystals aren't catchy. Because if they are catchy, they are going to come off. Change. Okay, then this one. So because this crystal is quite sticking out, I'm just placing in those wavy parts, I'm placing the crystals just to hold it in place. Change. And Fiona always likes the blink, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, Fiona loves the blink. The more the better.
Yep.
Then some smaller crystals. I bet you could have like full set of just gems on your nails,
Yeah.
and you will be happy with it as well,
Yep.
isn't it? And then tiny ones. Change. Sounds like time for breakfast. Oh gosh. I'm bad for not eating like in work. Change. So just so we freeze it. Then some blink on the thumb. And for fun, we are going to use a slightly bigger gem. And you have guys seen me like when we was doing the rebalance, that's the gem stays on with the base, like, and it's so big improvement like the way they last since I start using the base gel. Change. Then here a small one. Change. No, they're too rich, so I'm just placing 2 more crystals there. Change. change. And then a time for a top coat. And what I love is like when we put the top coat, the middle part of the design will really nicely pop out. So high shine, no wipe top gel. And then that's us actually done. You can see it, I'm shaking with my top coat around the crystals, like, because I don't want the top coat to go on the crystals, but I want the top coat to go really kind of into the underneath of the crystals, just to give them those kind of extra security. No, that's a wrong saying. How would you say it? Give them extra support. There we are. Perfect, change. Okay, so we're just missing those couple crystals here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got actually not bad timing as well. I will have a cigarette break. Yes, guys, you probably didn't know that. It's a bad habit I've got. Yeah, I will stop someday. Okay, and then let's straight away put the top coat maybe on 1 or 2. What I love also about the base gel, it cures in even in 10 seconds. So for crystals, it is an absolutely great way of applying it. Slide this hand on top just for 2 seconds. Okay, I've got time to tidy up quickly the crystals and then apply the top coat on the other nails. And then this design will be finished. So I hope you have guys learned something. We did as well. Not too complicated, but slightly different. Like I just didn't want to paint like waves on top of plain nails. So I thought it would be nice to encapsulate some glitter inside. Okay, I take the left hand. Perfect. And now I can apply the top coat on the rest of them. And take a beautiful thumbnail picture. Perfect, change. So that's the finished look of this hand. I will just clean it and apply the cuticle oil. And basically, I like this one actually. It's so nice. It's like a double blink, isn't it? Yeah, double blink. So I'm just cleaning all the dust and then can apply the cuticle oil. But this is quite interesting as well. You could do almost like a strawberry cocktail this way as well. Yeah, so that's the set which we have created today. Sending you glittery hugs and bye for now.